You know, I get a lot of letters from concerned parents whose children have come out to them as gay. Like this one from Mavunwi McGregor, who is worried that his son's homosexuality will affect his career in the armed forces. Well, Mavunwi, being openly gay in the Australian military isn't a problem. From a PR point of view, the homosexual is a perfect soldier. Let's face it, no one likes to see a family man come home in a body bag. And now that your son is out, his career will probably soar. You see, thanks to the trend of hiring homosexuals to appease the politically correct, normal employees are being passed over for promotion. That's right, there's a glass ceiling all right, and it's smudged with straight men's handprints. And it's not just the military. As a gay, your son is open to a wider variety of prestigious jobs. With a healthy income, he can enjoy spending on just himself right now. He has no dependents and no need to save for his superannuation, because growing old is an indignity he'll probably be spared from. But that's a small price to pay when he can enjoy fellatio from someone who actually knows what they're doing. So there you have it, Mavunwi, and all you other military mothers. Rest easy. Not only is it okay to be gay, but it gives you plenty of positive pull in today's namby-pamby society. Bye now. How's it? Dr. Rudy here, with more monetary management mantras for all you average Australians. And tonight I want to talk to you about investments. Now, there are many things for you to invest your meagre earnings in, but at the moment I recommend you consider investing in Australian art. You see, at a recent auction at Sotheby's, a predictably primitive painting sold for over $500,000. Now, the artwork is untitled, but more importantly, the artist is now deceased. And as we know, an artwork dramatically increases in value after the death of the artist. And that's why I recommend you consider investing in Aboriginal art. You see, Aboriginal mortality rates are almost 4 times as high as any other Australians. And that's great news for the investor who is keen to get a quick and healthy return on their investment. And that's what art is all about. Now, when choosing an artwork to purchase, it's important to do your research. You need to know who painted it and where it came from. Now, I don't know much about art, but I do know about health statistics, and that's why I always try to find a male artist from the Northern Territory, preferably Arnhem Land. You see, a male artist only has a 45% chance of reaching the age of 65, and Arnhem Land has the highest mortality rate in the country. So with this information, I know if I've made a long or short-term commitment. This piece, it was short-term, so I'm off to auction. And that's all there is to it. All you need to know to make more money. So don't wait, buy now. Bye now. How's it? Dr. Rudy here, and today I'm going to let you in on some simple biochemical facts. If you're an athlete or amateur sportsman, you've probably encountered these energy foods. And if you lead an active lifestyle, i.e. you're hungover all the time, you've probably encountered these energy drinks. And as a medical man, I can tell you there's something all these products have in common. They're expensive. And there's something else they all have in common. They all contain lots of sugar. Sometimes complex sugars, but most often simple sugars. Now, do you know what else contains sugar? I'll tell you. Sugar contains sugar. And whereas a tiddly can of energy drink costs $4 and a tiny energy bar $3, you can buy an entire kilo of pure, natural, made in Australia energy food for less than $1. And you know what? It's 100% fat-free. So just because your body is buff doesn't mean you can't use your brain. Next time you need a pick-me-up, eat some sugar. So just think, with all the money you save on those expensive energy foods, you can treat yourself to some expensive Nike sportswear. Bye now. How's it? Dr. Rudy here, with more advice for all you men out there. So, you've finally been asked to apply for a promotion. And word is, you're in with a good chance. The only trouble is, with equal opportunity so popular these days, it's likely your strongest competitor is a woman. Not to worry. There is a great way to turn that into an advantage. During the application period, you need to change the way your boss perceives your politically correct competitor by making him question her commitment to her career. Start by buying her a good luck present. I suggest an Anne Geddes calendar, but a soft toy will also suffice. Just make sure you give it to her in an open area when the boss is also present. Next, place an empty pregnancy test packet in the bin your boss is most likely to use. If nothing else, this will place the question of her reliability in the front of his mind. If there is a notice board, instead of equal opportunity pamphlets, why not start a petition lobbying the company to grant paid maternity leave for its staff? This will be popular with almost all passers-by. If your rival's desk is easily accessible and can be seen by passers-by, try placing a handful of catalogues for maternity wear and baby products on her unmanned desk. And finally, try and manage to mention as often as you can that your rival was feeling a bit sick this morning but managed to pull through again. This will make you appear concerned, but more importantly will set tongues wagging and is sure to get back to the boss. So there it is, a cutthroat campaign of clues that will make sure the boss bypasses the politically correct option and will set you on your rightful course to climb the corporate ladder. Bye now. How's it, parents? Dr. Rudy here. Look at this. What an absolute disgrace. Most teenagers are absolute slobs and lazy as well, leaving you women with mountains of monotonous household chores like the laundry. But if you're the mother of a teenage girl, there is a way to get her to do her own washing all the time. All you have to do is order one of these kits from the internet. It's called Teen Screen, and it's used by prying parents to detect if their teenage daughters are sexually active. It does this by identifying traces of dried semen on her underwear, bed linen or other clothes. A little enzyme-sensitive fluid, followed by a brief rub with blotting paper, and then a purple stain will reveal any presence of pearl jam. So simply take this kit and leave it in the top of your wardrobe, somewhere where you know it will be discovered by your daughter. After just seeing this, she'll take responsibility for her own washing from now on. So there you have it, mums. Lessen your laundry load by pretending to secretly search for semen. Bye now. How's it? We are all too aware by now that the world is spinning on an axis of evil. Fortunately, as adults, we are alert and aware enough to be prepared and proactive. But how are we to educate our children in the new world order? The answer is child's play. Every child will have witnessed the terror tactics employed in the playground. In the past, being nasty to someone because you can has been frowned upon. However, now that there's a bona fide war being waged against terror, it's okay to strike first. So you should encourage your child to make the first strike against bullying by becoming the bully. By encouraging your child to strike first, you can break the cycle of fear by escalating it. And don't confuse your child with mixed messages. Teach them to strike first in their personal lives too. Life is so much easier when you don't have to care for those around you. How happy your little ones will be when they understand that they can use the preemptive first strike to terminate their relationships with extreme prejudice as soon as they suspect they're not going to get exactly what they want. After all, there are plenty of potential coalitions of the willing out there. And when your treasures fully understand the subtle nuances of the first strike, they will realize that bullying doesn't stop with mere physical violence, but also incorporates mental manipulation and distraction techniques. There's a future Prime Minister. Bye now.
You can't really strike first, although it would be a good idea. I mean, you can't always follow the rules. Got to break them sometimes.